Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and a special guest like Mo Pitney, Claudette King, Keith Burns, and more. Today's guest is Craig Campbell. Now, here's Jimmy Bowen.
Shadow rivers run between us, where a stone may never sink. Though we taste, we are left thirsty for a deep and soulful drink. Narrow channels barely open, fight the dangers out of view. In the current, we are helpless, still I cling to you. Grab me, woman, take me under, till I can't tell up from down. We have barely got our feet wet, and I want to drown. Shadow rivers run between us, never mind the nevermore. Up ahead, water's quicken, I can hear those rapids roar. Narrow channels barely open, that flood the waves of treachery. How I long to see the sunrise on a peaceful sea. Grab me, woman, take me under, till I can't tell up from down. We have barely got our feet wet, and I want to drown. Grab me, woman, take me under, till I can't tell up from down. We have barely got our feet wet, and I want to drown.
Well, thank you and welcome to the show. We've got an exciting night. We've got another artist that is another total package. He is a singer, songwriter. This gentleman has got his fingers in a lot of stuff. You're going to hear a lot about this gentleman tonight and what all he's got going on. Give a big hand. We're going to have Mr. Craig Campbell with us tonight, and I'm so looking forward to that. We're going to have a blast with Craig, and we will be back with him in just a few minutes. You guys stick with us. We're going to break for this commercial. We'll be right back.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Well, welcome back. Tonight we have a very special guest. This gentleman, we've been trying to get him on the show. He's got such a tremendous busy schedule. He is the total package. He's singer, songwriter, produces his stuff, great performer, good looking.
And good looking.
And good looking. And he's got dimples. I have dimples too, but just can't see them. But anyway, if you would welcome Mr. Craig Campbell to the stage. We're having some fun with this. Craig, thank you for being here.
Man, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
This is going to be great tonight. Well, listen, now, everybody gets their start. A lot of artists get their start in church. Now, that's where you got started, was in church. Is that what kind of really gave you the passion for music?
Yeah, that's where it all started for me. You know, I grew up in very strong Southern Baptist home with my mama. My mama loved to talk after the service, and she'd gather up with some of the other ladies, and I was trying to find a way to kill some time, and I always just found myself at the piano. And she recognized my enthusiasm with that, and so they bought one and brought it in the house, and that's where it all began.
Well, that's great, man. Well, yeah, churches are always big an influence with a lot of artists. Now, a Georgia boy coming to Nashville, and I'm going to let you tell the story. You came to Nashville from Georgia and got fired by a prominent, high-class artist.
I actually got fired from 2 of them.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we, moving to Nashville, I introduced myself to everybody as a piano player just because my only goal was to be in Nashville, Tennessee, and be able to pay my bills with music. And it was just easier for me to introduce myself as a piano player as opposed to a singer, because when you do that, everybody says, well, sure, you're a singer, So, wasn't very long after moving here, I got hired to play piano for a fella Georgia boy. This was before he had his record deal, but a friend of a friend said he was looking for a piano player, and they threw my name in the hat, and I met up with his guitar player, and they gave me a whole CD full of music, and I learned it, and was on the road with Luke Bryan for about a year early on.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he eventually fired me, but we're still buddies even after all that. Well, the cool thing is he didn't really replace me. He came to me one night and he said, "Hey man, I don't think you need to be anybody's sideman. I think you need to be out front. I think your name needs to be on the marquee." He says, "Oh, let's get back to Nashville. Let me introduce you to some folks." And you could probably chase all of my success back down to that one encounter.
Well, that was great. That's really humbling too when an artist like that considers you that same way.
Yeah. And I got fired by Tracy Byrd too. Yeah.
Did you get fired? Or did he just say?
No, he fired me.
He fired you.
Yeah. They fired me, and I still had another gig the next day. I was like, well, I wish you would have waited till I got home before you fired me. I'm having to play this whole show knowing that I ain't got a job after tonight. It's all right, though.
Well, it makes you more determined, though, doesn't it, when that happens, Well, tell us a little story about the Lost Files, Exhibit A and B. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, I've had a couple of record deals over the past decade. And there's always a whole bunch of songs. Y'all may or may not know this, but most of the time artists will go in and just record a whole bunch of songs, and they'll only pick a few to go on the record. So both of those record deals, I recorded dozens of songs that never were released, and part of my termination, if you will, from those record deals, I was able to take all those songs with me. So essentially they were on the verge of being lost and never heard. The first opportunity I got, once I got all them songs back and remixed and remastered, I decided to put it out as a record, but I wanted to break it up because there were so many. So I called it the Lost Files, Exhibit A, which came out in February, and now the Exhibit B is coming out in August. So it's been a lot of fun. These songs have been waiting 10 years. Some of them have been waiting 10 years to be heard. I'm excited for them to finally get heard.
Well, we can't wait to hear all of that. That's great. Now, this song you're going to perform for us now, you co-wrote this.
I did.
You co-wrote this song, Roll On.
Roll On.
So where did this come from, and did you just happen to fall into the co-writer, or were you looking for a co-writer?
Well, honestly, I walked into the co-write that day. I had the idea of Roll On, but I also had the idea I wanted to write a song like this. And I had no intentions of radio at all. I just wanted to write this song for me, because I knew this would get me fired up. And now that I'm an independent artist, that's the only way I record songs, is if it gets me fired up. And this is one of those songs.
Do it for us.
Here we
Only
go.
way you can.
This is on Exhibit B, by the way.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Campbell.
If you're looking for a town where there's nothing to do and you ain't a big fan of mud on your boots, roll on. Roll on. And if you like the fast pace of the big city life where you can go anywhere in a two-wheel drive, roll on, roll on. But if you want to get down to a country song, raise your cup up and sing along. Man, if you're riding with us, then you can't go wrong. So come on, hop in and hold on. We about to roll on. Here we are. And if you don't like the smell of them old Georgia pines, and you don't give a damn if you ever wet a line, then roll on, roll on, yeah. And if you don't like the sound of a cooler full of beer, there's a chance you won't have any fun around here, so roll on, yeah, roll on. But if you wanna get down to a country song, raise your cup up and sing along. Man, if you're riding with us, then you can't go wrong. So come on, hop in and hold on, yeah. We bout to roll on, roll on. So if you wanna get down to a country song, raise your cup up and sing along. Man, if you're riding with us, then you can't go wrong. So come on, hop in and hold on. We bound to roll on. We bound to roll on. Yeah. Roll on.
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and Friends will be right back.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
The pizzas are great, aren't they? Oh, hey! What'd you think of him? Man, you're awesome, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I might hire you. I promise not to fire you, but
If you hire me, you can't fire me now.
I can't fire you now. I promise not. Just give me some great songs like that, okay? The song, now this next song we're going to talk about, you're going to do it tonight, right? The Humans Being Humans. Now, you've had co-writers on that too. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that song.
So this song is fairly vulnerable for me. I went to a couple of years ago, towards the end of 2020. The music business will beat you down. It will suck everything out of you, and fortunately, there's people in Nashville, organizations in Nashville that will help you get right. You know, so I was in a weird mental space. So I went to a place called On-Site, where they coach you into coming back to being centered and keeping what's important in front of you. And I got home on a Sunday, and I had a co-write on Monday, and I was telling my co-writers about my experience. And this was the song we wrote.
That's great. I want to hear it.
Let's go.
You do it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Craig Campbell.
Set the filter to Mayfair, watch the lights roll in. Another picture perfect sunset of this life we ain't living in. Brother got a DUI, and sister is depressed. And daddy sure loves mama, but they sleep in separate beds. We can't always believe what's coming through the screen. We'd like to keep our real lives tucked behind the curtain. We slide behind a painted smile to hide all the hurt. But when you peel it all back, all the layers of illusion, we're just humans being human. Oh. The grass is always greener. We want what we ain't got. Even when the times are good, we still complain a lot. Quick to judge and fast to fight, slow to forgive, ignoring every problem, just hoping they'll get fixed. Yeah, that's just our nature, putting it off till later. We'd like to keep our real lives tucked behind the curtain. We slide behind a painted smile to hide all the hurt. But when you peel it all back, all the layers of illusion, we're just humans being human. Whoa. Maybe one day we'll be honest, but we hate being honest, yeah. We'd like to keep our real lives tucked behind the curtain. We slide behind a painted smile to hide all the hurt. But when you peel it all back, all the layers of illusion, we're just humans being human. Yeah, we're still humans being human. Oh. Set the filter to Mayfair, watch the lights roll in. Another picture perfect sunset of this life we ain't living in.
We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment.
Award-winning Americana bluegrass red dirt country artist Jimmy Bowen has been creating music and entertaining for over 4 decades. Jimmy shared the stage with music greats like William Lee Golden, Linda Davis, Jimmy Fortune, Rhonda Vincent, and more. Jimmy's latest single, I Ain't Gonna Live Like That, is available through all streaming platforms and digital outlets. For updates on music, upcoming tour dates, and merchandise, head on over to jimmybowen.com.
Welcome back to Jimmy Bowen and Friends.
Welcome back. What'd you think of Mr. Craig? Man, what a singer. Well, that guy's got into everything, hasn't he? Got his cornhole thing, and got his coffee shop, and got his record company, and got his artistry, his songwriter. Stays busy. That's cool. I like that. That's good. Maybe we can do some, maybe we can have you back one day. What do y'all think? I love Craig. He's a great writer. We're going to end the show tonight on a little different tune. Donnie actually brought this one up. And you had the privilege of working with the guy who wrote this, or being around him a lot, didn't you, Don?
Yeah, I sure did. Rusty Young wrote this song.
Yeah, and he was with, tell him a little bit about Rusty. He was a great writer and a great
Rusty
performer.
was in Buffalo Springfield back in the day, and then that morphed into a band called Poco.
Yeah, y'all remember
And they
Poco.
had a
Y'all
bunch of
remember
hits.
Poco at all?
And I got to tour with Rusty and those guys a lot in the last 15 years. And yeah, I actually, you cut this song, right?
Yeah.
No, you didn't cut this
No,
one.
I didn't cut this. I cut another one. But this one
Yeah.
here you brought, and we really
That's right.
liked it, and it's different. I know it is for me, but we're going to do it. We're going to hope you enjoy it, and we're going to say goodnight to you guys on this, and we'll catch you guys on the next round.
Tonight I'm gonna break away. Just you wait and see. I'll never be imprisoned by a faded memory. Just when I think I'm over her, this broken heart will mend. I hear her name and I have to cry. Then tears come down again. It happens all the time. This crazy love of mine wraps around my heart, refusing to unwind. Ooh, crazy love. Count the stars in a summer sky that fall without a sound, and then pretend that you can't hear these teardrops coming down. It happens all the time. This crazy love of mine wraps around my heart, refusing to unwind. Ooh, crazy love. Tonight I'm gonna break away. Just you wait and see. I'll never be imprisoned by a faded memory. It happens all the time. This crazy love of mine wraps around my heart, refusing to unwind. Ooh, crazy love. Tonight I'm gonna break